Hello guys. Today we will discuss about the 5 core quality tools which are widely used in various manufacturing industries. So without wasting the time, let's get started. The automotive quality core tools are the building block of an effective quality management system. They include advanced product quality planning and control plan APQP, production part approval process PPAP, failure mode effective analysis FMEA, statistical process control SPC, and measurement system analysis MSA. Over 30 years ago, AIAG collaborated with the domestic automotive manufacturers to develop common quality method and tools, which became known as the core quality tools to enhance the effectiveness of the IATF 16949 based QMS, provide high quality products, produce the required quantities, and deliver on time. The tools provide so useful that they were adopted by the other manufacturing sectors including aerospace, defense, medical and pharmaceutical. Today most of automotive manufacturers and suppliers require to use one or more of the core tools. Therefore, organizations whose employees have mastered the core tool processes can assure their customer that the industry's most qualified individuals are working on their behalf and that IATF 16949 and applicable quality reference manual requirement will be met without fail. When applied properly, the quality core tool are the value added method and techniques that make it possible for an organization to achieve all three goals. Integrated supply chain use the 5 core tools to streamline communication through the design and manufacturing process across supplier and customer. All these tools are documented and published by AIAG. Please keep in mind that core quality tools and 7 basic QC tools are different, so don't get confused. Why use 5 core quality tools? The purpose of the 5 core quality tool is to provide high quality products meeting or exceeding customer expectation, produces sustainable batches and on time delivery. In order to implement IATF 16949 in the organization needs to become familiar with the 5 core quality tools and apply them on daily basis in all areas. Nowadays, many customers want their supplier must be IATF 16949 certified. This will ensure compliance with the standard but also quality of product and continual improvement. So first tool is APQP, Advanced Product Quality Planning, and control plan reduces the complexity of product quality planning for customer and supplier by allowing customer to easily communicate their product quality planning requirement to their suppliers. Supplier gain an understanding of basic industry requirement for achieving part approval for their customer. APQP is a structured approach to produce and process design with facilitate communicate between suppliers, design communities and customers. It helps in identifying critical to quality of system from the customer point of view. Control plan summarize the identified process and product parameter required to maintain product conformity. These tools are applicable throughout the supply base in all customer supplier relationship. Now the standard across many manufacturing sectors, APQP defined the required input and output of each stage of the product development process. There are 5 phases in APQP, which are: first phase is plan and define the program. Second phase is product design and development. Third phase, process design and development. Fourth phase, process and product validation. Fifth phase, feedback, assessment and corrective action. Second tool is production part approval process. PPAP is the industry standard that ensure engineering design and product specification requirement are met. Through the PPAP guideline, supplier and customer understand the requirement to obtain part approval of supplier manufactured part. Applicable to all parts and commodities, application of these principles reduces delays and non-conformance during part approval. It provides understanding of information required to obtain part approval and standardize the part approval process. How to obtain approval of part or process after part design change and or process change. Ensure part submission are submitted with proper information and enough data to sustain product conformance. Provide a record of part conformance at launch. Details pretend design record to ensure traceability of part design status at origin. Control product and process change processes, providing an approval outlet for all changes to ensure conformance to the next level assembly or process. It consists total 18 requirements which are either need to submit to customer or need to retain as shown in screen. Failure mode effective analysis is an analytical method used to ensure the potential problem have been considered and addressed through the product and process development process. Part of evaluation and analysis is the assessment of risk. The important point is that the discussion is conducted regarding the design, review of the function and any change in application and the resulting risk of potential failure. It is a disciplined approach for analysis of the problem. Through this approach, one can anticipate failure. It prevents the recurrence of the problem. It can be used everywhere and does necessarily require data. There are various factors taken into account for analysis like severity of the failure or effect, occurrence of the cause, detection of the cause and prevention from occur, and RPN risk priority number is product of all to judge high priority. It assesses the potential risk of system failure and proposes a plan of detection, prevention and risk mitigation for identifiable failure effect. FMEA is broadly classified as System FMEA, Design FMEA, Process FMEA. Statical process control is the use of statical techniques such as control chart to analyze a process or its output so as to take appropriate action to achieve and maintain a state of statical control and to improve the process capability and performance. It is a type of feedback system that wants organization to implement a strategy of prevention to control manufacturing process quality output. There are two phases in the statical process control studies. The first is identifying and eliminating the special cause of variation in the process. The objective is to stabilize the process. A stable, predictable process is said to be in statical control. The second phase is considered with predicting future measurement, thus verifying ongoing process stability. During this phase, data analysis and reaction to special causes is done in real time. Once stable, the process can be analyzed to determine if it is capable of producing with the customer desire. A demonstration of solid statical process control technique proves an individual ability to monitor and improve manufacturing process. In SVC, there are two weapons. One is normal distribution and second is control charts. Measurement System Analysis (MSA) connects to measurement data that is used in nearly every manufacturing process. As the quality of the data improves, the quality of decision improves. The guide will help you assess the quality of your measurement system, providing a basis for recognition where improvement can be made. The result is knowledge that can be used to improve your measurement process, in turn improving repeatable product quality. In simple words, MSA is a systematic study of various aspects of the measurement system and its variation, where gauge R&R studies concentrate on repeatability and reproducibility. MSA extend to dealing with other aspects like biases, linearity and stability. So this is all about 5 core quality tools. If you like my video, then please like, comment, share to my videos and subscribe to my channel.